It's a Super Sunday doubleheader once again, ladies and gentlemen. Back match number 53 and 54. Two blockbuster games, I must tell you. Starting with the Chennai Super Kings playing the Punjab Kings at Dharamsala. Then we move on to Ekana Stadium where Lucknow Super Giants face the Kolkata Knight Riders. I have Orko with me. Orko, welcome to the show. Before I start proceedings, your team is playing once again today. It's on the road. 1 day gap in between, so traveling is there. But more than the traveling, it's the joy of what happened day before yesterday. Talk us through that game against the Mumbai Indians.
Well, even though the gap is small, I think the boys will be pumped because they have got the result they wanted, and it's a historical result because we haven't beaten them for 12 years in that particular ground. This is a team we have not had a very favorable record against in that ground, especially. So obviously, it's a historical win, and the manner we won it, defending a target as small as that with dew around and with such
Absolutely.
a situation where we have a bowler less. So it's a wonderful feeling that we made such an impossible task possible.
Absolutely. It was very memorable. I honestly did not feel 170 was a par score. It was well below par against the dew. The way the two spinners bowled, fantastic. And we saw the real Mitchell Stark there for yesterday. And I hope that's good news for KKR, not good news for Team India because he's going to play for Australia. It's a World Cup year. We all know what he does. But let's start proceeding. Let's take our focus back to the day game. Iconic venue, Dharamsala. We are going to have a game out there. Punjab versus Chennai. In the reverse fixture a few days back at Chennai, it was Punjab who kept that record ongoing against the Chennai Super Kings. One horse victory, I would say. At Chennai, the Chepauk, shall we now say Chepauk has fortress this season? I don't think so. But now it's at Dharamsala this time. It's a very important game for both the sides, not just Punjab, but even for Chennai because they are lacking a lot of injuries out here.
Absolutely. I think Chennai have been here and there. They don't really have the kind of momentum they would have wanted. But yes, they have to pull their socks up right now because this is the business end of the tournament. So they have to pitch in now. And I think they will. They have the team. And if things go their way and if the big guns fire, then certainly.
Okay, so you're expecting Chennai to come back at Dharamsala. I won't waste much of our time. Let's straight away look into the journey so far for both the teams. Starting with the Punjab Kings, the home side, they are in rank number 7 with 8 points in their back, so it's a must win. They have 4 games to go, Orko, and it's all four a must win for them to get 8 more points, get into 16, potentially that fourth spot. But if you look into the opponents, it's Chennai Super Kings, it's RCB, it's Rajasthan, it's Sunrisers. Not easy fixtures, I must tell you.
Very difficult fixtures because out of these, you can potentially say that three teams are teams which are looking to be in the top four. I mean, if you look at Chennai or if you look at Rajasthan as well as the bludgeoning form of SRH, and now SRH's bowling is also doing well alongside that blitzkrieg of batting that they already have. So certainly these are four tough fixtures, and I don't know how Punjab will find a way, but we also know that no team in the IPL can be taken lightly. So certainly they can, do the impossible as well.
So you are expecting them to do the impossible. Just a small prediction. Do you think they will make to the top four?
I don't think so because the amount of the clutter that has been created among many teams which have already reached 12, one has reached 14, and the other is almost qualified. So I think it'll be difficult for Punjab to get into that muddle and maybe see through all those teams in terms of net run rate as well.
Okay, so you even I feel the same, but you may never know when in Punjab because when you rule them out is when they come back to the game and just win it out. And we saw the example at your home ground, which is at the Eden Gardens. Let's go to their opponents, which is the Chennai Super Kings. Shall I say they are comfortable? I shouldn't. I think they are also in a problem because of injuries. But the 4 games they have, sitting in rank number 5, Punjab, GT, RR, RCB, they would like to get 4 points out of the next 2 games before they move on to the big games against Rajasthan and both the Royals, rather. So I shouldn't say Chennai are cruising or rather through. They have a lot of things to improve into. But still, I would still ask, do you think they are making to the playoffs?
Well, they have the possibility, and I think they have around two matches in their home ground itself. So they are obviously a different team altogether in Chepauk. So certainly they have a big chance. I think the match versus Rajasthan will be a very crucial one
It's
because
one
this
game
is
at
a
Chepauk, and it's just at the Rajasthan Royals game.
so yeah. So certainly they would like to do well on the road, and maybe against Rajasthan if they get the result they wanted against a team so superior. I think they will be in the run for the playoffs.
They have memorable, rather big memorable moments when it comes to Gujarat Titans at the Narendra Modi Stadium. They would like to do something around that. When you know Chinnaswamy Stadium, it's always 50-50. Yellow will be there as well. So for big grounds, you're expecting they certainly will make it through. We will see when it comes to whether it's Ruturaj Gaikwad or MS Dhoni's led Chennai Super Kings. Let's take a look into the pitch report of Dharamsala Stadium. The iconic Dharamsala, 11 matches have been played, no matches yet in this season. For the first time, so fresh wicket, spin will be there, or seam movement bounce just because mountains are there. So I'm expecting a lot of swing out there. High scoring venue. But what's your take? Do you think that the team winning the toss will elect to chase?
I think that's what they'll do because when you come to a new venue, that's how teams approach new venues. They would like to know what the pitch does in the first innings. Certainly, any team that will win the toss would look to bowl just to know the kind of conditions they are going to play in. And I think that this venue can have a bit of swing, obviously, because of the geographical terrain that they are in. And maybe we never know if it dries up, we may see a bit of turn as well. So, certainly, this will be an interesting clash to watch out for. But most teams would prefer to bowl first.
But if you compare the two teams, and when it comes to Chennai and Punjab, not many top class spinners they have. Be it Rahul Char this end or be the out of form Ravindra Jadeja. Swing will be something they will expect, but they do not have the swing king of Deepak Char for the Chennai Super Kings. His injury continues when it comes to hamstring in the time of the important phases of IPL for the Chennai Super Kings. No Mustafiz Rahman either, so they are short of bowlers, but they have had the services of Atkinson, if I'm not mistaken, so Richard Gleeson. So we will see what happens, but it's time that let's take a look into the key elements the teams have learned from the previous game. Punjab Kings, the previous game was at the Chepauk, so as we all know, these two teams faced each other at Chennai. The spin duo was fantastic that day. The way Harpreet Brar and Rahul Char, I should squeeze the runs is what should be the right term, and put trouble on both Shivam Dubey. He came in and started slogging, and he was out as well. Sam Curran's captaincy has impressed me a lot for the Punjab Kings. The aggressive captaincy, the aggression he's showing. How can you dare to bowl somebody like a Rahul Char in the 19th over against the Mahendra Singh Dhoni?
Very bold captaincy. Certainly, he's someone whom they should look to retain as well, no matter what the price tag. If you get a player who's so young, so fit, a complete all rounder, and a captain, it obviously becomes a big asset for the team, even looking at the long term. So I think Sam Curran is someone they need to back, not just now, but also for the future. And obviously, the spin duo was outstanding. Maybe they are getting the form at the right time. We never know. Punjab are known to be giant killers. And if Rahul Chahar and Harpreet Brar continue performing like that, obviously the team is going to flourish. Yes, it's good to see that the batting partnership between Bairstow and Russo is doing well because they have had a lot of top order problems with Dhawan not available as well. So I think they will back this team. Or if they feel that they need someone like a Raza or Livingston in the middle, then maybe Russo would have to show way for him. But I think Russo's been doing well. I wouldn't say
Yes.
very well, but he was doing pretty well. So I think they'll back him given the batting problems they have.
Yeah, he had a good knock last game, so I don't think so. They will change a lot when it comes to things are working out well for the Punjab Kings. Unchanged 11, we will discuss that when it comes to the playing 11. We are done with the Punjab Kings, but when it comes to Chennai Super Kings, they need a lot of lookings out here. Ruturaj delivered once again with the bat, but it looks like one man show at the top of the order. The World Cup all rounders failed for Chennai Super Kings the other day. Shivam Dubey, Ravindra Jadeja with the bat, with the ball. The bowling unit is very weak. It's the biggest concern for Chennai Super Kings this season.
Absolutely. I think firstly to look at the positive, the captain himself being a captain, he's playing so beautifully. I think the amount of maturity that he has shown, he has not done blind slogging or bat swinging. He's someone who has anchored his innings, spaced his innings well, given value to his wicket, ran well between the wickets, and he has been very bankable as a batsman. And apart from the fact that he's a skipper and certainly getting inputs from MS, I think that Ruturaj will only grow with time. And now that the results are mandatory to come, he should continue going. But yes, he needs assistance from his bowlers. The bowling attack is pretty weak. And obviously, as you said, this World Cup virus, as people are talking about, where people, after getting selected, have lost their way out for some reason. But I think that players like Jadeja are only a game away from striking form. And what's beautiful about Sam Curran, which we previously talked as well, was that he shunned the notion that left arm spinners can't bowl to a left hander. Like many people
Absolutely.
often yeah, many people often stop giving spinners a ball when Dubey is out, but that's not always the case. They have also bowled to left-handers in the past, and that's what Harpreet Brar proved in the previous game.
Absolutely. And you just summed it up pretty well, but three pointers out here. One more I just want to add is that is CSK utilizing the services of Darren Mitchell correctly? I doubt.
Absolutely not. I mean, if you keep aside even the fact that Dhoni didn't give him the strike, keep everything aside, he firstly shouldn't be batting at number eight. He's certainly not a
Absolutely.
player who should be batting there. I think you can accommodate him at three or at the most at four, but not lower than that. And especially when he scored a 16 just the previous game, I don't know why they put him at number eight. And that two people like Rizvi played ahead of him. I think if they would have tried Mitchell, they wouldn't have even needed Rizvi's services, perhaps.
They would have played an extra bowler. But can they take the bold call? Because I've seen Mitchell opening for New Zealand in the T20 format. As Rahane is not clicking, can they make the bold clock and promote him as an opener? Or will they bring back Rachin Ravindra? Quite a lot of things to answer. And the best think tank, Stephen Fleming, one of the best coaches in IPL, is there. You have Mahendra Singh Dhoni. If they cannot figure out, then something is wrong in the camp, is what I think so. But we will see what happens. We're done with the key learnings. Let's take a look into the top three players to watch out for. For both the sides, I have a Prabsimran Singh, a Johnny Best, and a Sam Curran for Punjab Kings. For the Chennai Super Kings at Dharamsala, it's Ajinkya Rahane, Ravindra Jadeja, and a Shardul Thakur. I think Shardul Thakur will get game time just because Deepak Chad is not there. Sum it up for me, the six players. Any other player you want among these?
Well, I think these are the players they will obviously watch out for. And alongside that, maybe Gaikwad, obviously, because he's going through some great form. He previously had a very poor record against Punjab, but he has certainly kept that aside with his first leg performance. And I think he'll continue doing that. I think, as you said previously, they can even look to play Daryl Mitchell a bit upper if they use him as a pace basher, someone who can anchor against spin well as well. So I think they can use him as an opener at number three as well. And also, I feel Moeen Ali is somewhere underutilized. He was a player who was much more utilized as a batsman in the previous seasons, but not really this time. So yes, Prab Simran obviously giving that pinch hitter vibe which he gives at the top of the order. Best obviously is back in form, which is great news for Punjab at the moment. Sam Curran, a brilliant captain and also a very extraordinary all-rounder in total. Arahane obviously is short of runs, but we never know an experienced player like him is just one match away from performing. And same goes with Jadeja. I think he has to pull his socks up with the World Cup less than a month away. And Shardul Thakur, obviously, he'll be that bankable veteran pacer that they need because they have already lost Mustafizur and Deepak Chahar. So certainly these are the players they should watch out for.
Absolutely, you just summed it up pretty well. The experienced bunch of players just need one good knock, probably one cover drive or one straight drive of the middle of the bat, and they will get that confidence. So they're just a knock away, and we just do not doubt that. Be it Rohit Sharma, be it Hardik Pandya, we can just see. Let's wish them all the best for the remaining games of the IPL and see if things go good. But going to the battles now, it's the top three battles in this game. Here are three battles. I have summed it out. Shardul Thakur might just bowl with the new ball against the Johnny Besto. He has his number a few times in the Test series. Asdeep Singh versus Ruturaj Gaikwad and a Kagiso Rabada versus Ajinkya Rahane are the three battles I have chosen. I've not gone with any spinners just because it's Dharamsala. What's your take on this one? Which battle are you definitely going to watch out?
All three battles are very mouth-watering, to be very honest. And obviously, Bairstow is someone who likes to go hard at the front, and Shardul is someone who wants to be hit for because he's a bowler who likes to go for runs but ultimately gets you wickets. He's got that golden arm in him, and obviously, with his knuckleballs and his cross-seam deliveries, he's someone who can pick wickets at the crucial time. So that will be a wonderful battle to watch. Also, the battle between Gaikwad and Arshdeep will be something that both teams should look at very carefully because if you get Gaikwad early, you can easily say that CSK's runs are cut by half because the rest of the batters have just been here and there. Gaikwad has been their lone bankable batter. So Arshdeep will have his task cut out. Also, Sam Curran with that left arm angle to utilize it. And yes, Rahane versus Rabada will be another key element that will be featuring for both the teams because Rabada with his naggy deliveries obviously would be someone Rahane should look to tackle.
Okay, so you have summed up three very, very good battles, I must tell you. Experienced bunch of players, all six of them. So we might just see a good contest of bat and ball between these six players. We're done with the battles. Let's straight away look into the predicted playing 11. Yeah, the predicted playing 11 starting with the Chennai Super Kings. I've got a few changes. Patirana comes back, Deshpande comes back, Richard Gleason was good the other game, Shardul Thakur comes here. Rachin Ravindra, I think, has to come back. He was the player, I think, got a century at the stadium against Team India in the World Cup. So, a lot of good things, I think. So, I find this team to be very balanced. What's your take on this one?
Well, yes, they have to certainly address the top order problem. I mean, CSK has been known for being a team that usually functions well in the opening, because even if you look at the past, they have had Duplessis, they've had Hayden, they've had Brendan McCullum, they've had Dwayne Smith. So they are a team that likes to go hard up front with foreign sloggers. And I think if they don't trust Mitchell that much, they can obviously give a second run to Ravindra. I mean, if you look at Punjab, Best obviously wasn't doing well. They dropped him and they brought him back, and he's back in form. So I think Ravindra may follow the similar template as well. So if they want, they can bring that right left combo and back the youngster one more time. And obviously, as I said, Moin Ali has been a bit underutilized. If he gets some more batting time and a bit more bowling as well, I think he'll be a key element for this team as well, especially because their other spinner is not in form.
And also adding to the point, the Punjab have a few left-handers in their middle orders, so he might just be as handy as you just think in the Dharamsala conditions. Going to their opponents, which is the Punjab Kings, I think Shikhar Dhawan's exclusion from this side has been a blessing in disguise for the Punjab Kings. They are summing up pretty well their squad. I think it's going to be just unchanged. I think Ashutosh Sharma continues as my impact player, and the rest 11 stays the same.
Absolutely. I think this is how the team will stay. And obviously, Prab Simon is the one who is the enforcer in the few power play overs, and Best obviously likes to play the bigger knock these days. Obviously, because you don't have Dhawan, he has to continue playing that role. Russo's been impressive, and he'll just get better with time. Karan obviously has been doing well in any position that he has batted, or even in terms of bowling. Jitesh is
Yeah,
short of runs, but I think he's just a game away as well. Shashank,
true.
Ashutosh, Harpreet, everyone are doing pretty well. So I think Punjab will stick to this particular team.
Stick to the particular team against the same opponents you've already defeated a few days back. You should be confident. We will see which team is confident. With this time, let's go on to the predictions time now. Match number 53 Orco at the Dharamsala Stadium, Punjab versus the Chennai Super Kings. It's a cracking of a contest for both the sides. Must win 2 points. What's your percentage on this one?
It's a hard game to predict, because both are teams that are looking to get these 2 points very, very intensely. I think that Punjab will have the upper hand because it's a sort of a home game for them. But that being said, we can't write off Chennai. But given the recent form of Punjab and their record against CSK, I think I would rate them a 55-45 ratio over CSK.
Okay, 55-45 just because of the momentum Punjab Kings carries forward. We're done with the day game of the Super Sunday. Let's now shift from Dharamsala to the Ekana Stadium. It's time for the second game of the Super Sunday. We have shifted from Dharamsala to the Ekana Stadium. It's the Lucknow Super Giants versus the Kolkata Knight Riders. I have Orko, how confident are you in this game? Because it's a table toppers game. I must tell you, second face third, and it's a very big game for both the sides because both the teams will target. I'm not doubting their capabilities for the playoffs, but both the teams will now slowly target to make it to the top two alongside Rajasthan Royals, who I think is fixed to the top two. What's your take? How important is this game on the road for you?
Very important. I think many people might think that these are the teams that may take this fixture lightly, but I don't think so, because more so with Lucknow, they obviously are getting closer to the qualification scenario, and to get out of that mid-table huddle. Obviously, they would want to capitalize on winning this game at home. So it's a much more important game for Lucknow, and obviously for Kolkata as well, because they have done well on the road. I believe that they have been much more comprehensive out of Eden. So certainly they would like to capitalize on this away game as well. So it will be an interesting fixture.
And how much do you think the likes of the Lucknow Super Giants will try to figure out the tactics of their former mentor, which is Gautam Gambhir?
Very much, because these are two sides that know each other well, purely because the think tank of both these sides have at one point of time been Gautam Gambhir. So certainly they would like to act according to how he has previously thought, and that logicals will stay. So certainly this will be a very wonderful match to watch.
Okay, so I'll not waste much of our time. Let's go to match number two and their journey so far in the IPL. Starting with the Lucknow Super Giants, Orko, and here it is. 4 games they are left. They are in rank number 5 with 12 points. What's your take? The 4 important fixtures, they can fancy themselves for the sides against Delhi, Mumbai, but they should take one game at a time, which is important today at home.
Absolutely. I think two tough games, but at the same time, there are two easier games as well. But we never know. They can be party spoilers as well. Teams like Mumbai and Delhi are expected to come hard, and Delhi still is not totally out of the race. So certainly they can't be taken lightly. I think the immediate next two fixtures will be tough ones. So they would obviously look to take one game at a time.
One game at a time for the Lucknow Super Giants. Do you think they will make it to the playoffs?
They could, but obviously they will get a lot of clash from CSK, and we all know that CSK capitalizes and pitches in at the right time. They somehow get the results when they need. So I think it will be a two-way race between CSK and Lucknow for perhaps the third, fourth spot.
Even a Sunrisers Hyderabad, to be honest.
Absolutely. SRH, I think, are better placed as compared to CSK and Lucknow. So you can say that KKR, Rajasthan, and SRH are well placed. So the fourth place is obviously something between these two teams.
Okay, the fourth place is what is up for grabs, says Orko. Going to their opponents, which is the Kolkata Knight Riders, is your side very much strong. 14 points, ranked number two. 4 games to go, only one home game, while three on the road. Decent fixture, I must say, because you guys have been very strong. Starting with on the road today, then face the Mumbai Indians at the Eden Gardens, which has been a happy hunting ground for the visitors. But you just can't do the double over there.
Yeah, I would hope that we get the double, but obviously toss is a big factor over there, and we all know Mumbai has got an excellent record against us, even at Eden. So certainly, given our recent Eden record, we would not be very confident at home. But I think in the away fixtures, we have a good chance. Ekana is a ground, obviously, that will suit the kind of bowling firepower, the spin firepower that we have. So certainly, these are fixtures that we can win, and we have been a formidable side who have challenged almost every team that played. So certainly, these are four important fixtures to watch.
Okay, so four important fixtures to watch out for. Let's straight away look into the pitch report of the Ekana Stadium. Here is the pitch report out here. We have seen defending targets has been the strength so far, but we cannot rule out because the last time Rajasthan Royals played here, the Lucknow Super Giants played the Mumbai Indians, they won chasing. So what's your think tank saying? Toss is important. Dew is not much of a factor, but still some a little bit of dew is there. Win the toss and chase.
Well, if Dew is there, then obviously they have to look to chase. But Ekana obviously has been a very balanced ground that has favored good batting as well as good bowling. So I've really
Correct.
loved this venue. The kind of pitch, the ground dimensions allows competitive cricket to be played. And I think Lucknow is a team that looks to defend, and KKR is a team that looks to chase. So I think whoever wins the toss, even if they don't get to win the toss, they may ultimately end up getting the decision they want. Like if KKR wants to bowl first, we never know, Lucknow might win the toss and bat first. So I think toss wouldn't be that much of a factor. But if dew is available, then certainly it becomes a big factor.
If dew is available, toss becomes a factor and the chasing team has an advantage, says a KKR fan because he knows very much how much toss is important because his captain is not doesn't have a happy hunting when it comes to winning tosses. We're done with that. Let's take a look at the key elements the teams have learned from the previous game. Starting with the Lucknow Super Giants, the home side, Marcus Stoinis, the all-rounder this time, was fantastic. He was given the new ball against the Mumbai Indians. He struck twice, so that's a very good sign. Mohsin Khan has been impressive with the new ball. He troubled you guys at the Eden Gardens as well, so he might just be that once again with the new ball. And Nicholas Puran, the finisher. Slowly and steadily, I'm seeing the strength of Nicholas Puran being match awareness, and he's exactly doing that. Calm head, finishing down in style, being there till the end. So that's good signs for Lucknow Super Giants and for West Indies.
Absolutely. I think Lucknow has finally got the kind of side they wanted. I believe that they've always played a bowler extra and in that process compromised their batting.
Correct.
And now with Stoinis doing well in the top of the order because he to me is always a good top order player in this format because even in the BBL he opens for
He
Melbourne
used to
Stars. So
open.
he's a player who can play in the top of the order. Even when he was in Delhi Capitals, he used to open once or twice. He opened and did pretty well. So I think people like him can be expected to be backed and he has certainly proven himself. And with Ekana being the kind of track which helps back of a length bowlers, he's someone who has even bowled well with his cutters, with his extra bounce, and certainly he's one value addition which is finally performing for them. Mohsin Khan obviously being the left armour angle, and we all know KKR has their woes against left arm pace, so he's someone which KKR would watch out for. And Pooran, obviously you can't write a Caribbean off, especially in this particular ground. He's the kind of finisher they needed. And even the fact that they added Ashton Turner gives a bit more stability in that middle order. And I think that they have finally found the combination they needed.
Do you think they will stick around with an Ashton Turner? I think Quinton de Kock had a good game against the Kolkata Knight Riders, though he did not get much of a runs, but he's very dangerous at the top of the order.
I think that they may stick to Ashton Turner because I think they have a greater weakness in the middle order because Pooran can be a finisher, but he's not exactly a stabilizer. And you can't really trust Huda or Krunal Pandya every time. So I think the experience of a veteran middle order player like Turner is certainly something that they would look to back at least for one more game.
Okay, so you're saying they will stick to the same side. Going to their opponents, your side, the Kolkata Knight Riders, finally we saw top class innings from Venkatesh Iyer, where things were very, very problematic for the Knights. 57 for 5 from there. The duo of Venkatesh Iyer and Manish Pandey finally got a chance. Stabilized innings. Then you saw the spin duo with Dew in the picture in the second innings. The spin duo clicked. Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan. And finally, we can say Mitchell Stark is back.
Absolutely. I think the spin door clicking has a lot to do with the amount of tweaks that they did in the practice sessions after the Punjab game. I think that 260 plus target not getting defended was a big problem, which they certainly addressed. And obviously, with respect to Varun, he's cut down his pace, he's giving a bit more air, a bit more flight to his bowling, and certainly letting the ball turn and do the talking. So, certain things have been addressed pretty well at the right time. Venkatesh Iyer has obviously proven me wrong. I've always believed that he's a very inconsistent player, but he has certainly proven me wrong, and he has given some top-notch performances in this season. And with Mitchell Stark being back, that's obviously the icing of the cake we were always looking for.
Absolutely. The big thing was Venkatesh Iyer has been good. Varun Chakravarti in the last two games has been brilliant. I think that's another big bonus, putting aside Sunil Narayan's performances so far, especially with the bat. We're done with the key learnings. Let's straight away look into the top three players to watch out for. Yeah, top three players, starting with the Lucknow Super Giants, KL Rahul, Marcus Stoinis, and a Mohsin Khan. For the Kolkata Knight Riders, it's Sunil Narayan, Varun Chakravarti, and a Mitchell Stark. Talk us through your six players, please.
Top-notch picks. I think these are the ones that will make or break for the respective sides. Rahul is someone who has obviously scored a bulk of the runs, and if he gets out early, someone like Mitchell Stark has to be the bowler who should get him out early. So that battle between him and Stark would be wonderful to watch. After that, obviously the spin duo, mainly with Varun and also Narayan as well, would look to choke the opposition in the middle order. Given the fact that Lucknow has been a bit brittle in the middle order, that's exactly why I wanted Ashton Turner out there. So certainly, I think this will be a wonderful battle to watch. And with Mohsin Khan, given that left arm threat that he gives, he can pick a lot of wickets in the front as well. And because KKR has this tendency of losing wicket in clumps, I think Mohsin Khan will be a very vital factor.
Absolutely, six good players, and I think last game we saw Shreyas Iyer not performing with the bat. His form is a concern. He couldn't perform in his hometown as well. Are you really concerned about the captain's knocks?
I think that as long as the team is doing well, it's not something he should worry. And I think he has got a good few knocks of 30, 40 plus. So not necessary that he needs to get a very big 80, 90 run knock that may be here around the corner. But because he's doing good captaincy and also the team is doing well, I think the team wouldn't mind it.
Okay, you think the team won't mind it? So you pretty much summed it up the top three players. Let's straight away look into the top three battles in this game. Yeah, three battles starting with a Mitchell Stark versus KL Rahul Orko. I think that sums it up pretty much. One of the best battles to watch out for. Mohsin Khan versus Sunil Narayan. Last time he got his wicket, so I think that's going to be a good one. And the Naveen ul Haq versus Andy Russell in the death. Very smart bowler, I must tell you, Naveen versus Andy Russell, who will be pumped up after the run out he had the day before yesterday. So talk us through the three battles out here.
Obviously, the first battle will be the one to watch out for because if Stark gets Rahul early, you can pretty much say Lucknow will be in the back foot. And on the other hand, if Stark gets the hammering from Rahul, then obviously KKR would be in the back foot. So certainly, these are This is one battle that obviously will be very important for both the teams. Then obviously the left arm threat of Mohsin because Narayan off late has fallen to left arm pace. He fell to Dayal as well. He fell to Mohsin as well. So certainly he would to capitalize on the fact that Narayan is not that great if the ball is moving away from him and Mohsin with that wide angle would look to choke Narayan as well. And obviously Russell is short of runs in the recent time. He's not been very happy with his run out which happened versus Mumbai. So he'll have a task cut out. But in comes Naveen Ullah, a very witty bowler, very underrated bowler, and with the Ekana conditions suiting him, it'll not be an easy task for Russell against him either.
Absolutely, and it's a very big ground, I must tell you. So the dimensions of square is very big. So they will have a bowling plan to them, maybe a short ball or something around that to Fox, Andrew Russell. Pretty much done and dusted when it comes to the battles. Let's straight away move on to the predicted playing 11. Here is the predicted playing 11 for LSG. Unchanged side, I must tell you. Everything is going good. Mayank Yadav, I think, will not take part anymore in this tournament. So Yash Thakur comes back into the side. Unchanged team for me. But I've gone with Quinton de Kock as well at the top of the order. You think Ashton Turner will be there in the middle order?
I think they may look to give Ashton Turner another game because it will not be fair to drop a player after just one match. And he's a veteran player, and given them problems in the middle order, they can look to back him. If not Quinton de Kock and Ashton Turner, who knows, they may turn towards the Caribbean route. If they
Kyle
may go
Miller.
after Kyle Mayers. And if he gets them the starts they want, then Rahul can play the longer innings. And he has been good even in the previous season, and he can give you a bit of bowling as well. So I think he's a player who should be utilized. Maybe if not Quinton de Kock, they can go for Myers or maybe try Turner one more time.
Okay, try Turner one more time is what you're saying. We will see that. But going to the opponents, which is Kolkata Knight Riders against the Lucknow Super Giants. Same team, but only one place I would say. Harshit Rana will he straight away come back into this 11 against the Vaibhav Varun. I've got Ranchi inside. do you think Harshit Rana straight away slots into your playing 11?
Yeah, whenever he's available, he's the one they look for, and Webber then immediately becomes an impact sub. I think that this is the kind of ground where Webber's back of a length bowling would be handy because these are big dimensions which can't be cleared that easily. So people who bowl back of a length like Harshit and Webber would be a handful in this ground. So they may not look to use a spinner as an impact player. They'll certainly back their third pacer here.
Okay, so you're saying Vaibhav Arora is the impact player, Harshit Rana back as your playing 11, so pretty much sorted. Similar question, Ankish Raghuvanshi or a Manish Pandey at the top of the order?
Well, given the fact that he has got experience of playing in Lucknow, in Ekana, so maybe we never know that they may like to bring in Pandey, who adds a bit more experience and stability in terms of playing spin. Ankrish obviously has been good, but I don't think he has been that good because he's just not utilized his opportunities. And IPL is a competitive tournament; you won't get those many opportunities. And he's hardly played one good knock, and he has always fallen very cheaply in the remaining games. Obviously, he's raw and he needs to be groomed a little more. But I think with the business end approaching, they may look to bring in Pandey, and I think Nitish Rana is around the corner. He'll just be back in a game or two. So till then, if they want, they can back Ankrish if required.
Okay, so you're going with the Manish Pandey if needed, but we will see what Gautam Gambhir and Chandrakant Pandit has to do. Let's straight away look into the last place, which is the predictions time now. Match number 2 of the double header, match number 54, and it's Lucknow Super Giants versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Huge game for both the sides, as I said, second pace, third. Give you percentage, Orko.
It's a tough game because both teams have similar strengths and weaknesses. Both teams have good spinners. They have Krunal and Bishnoi, KKR has Varun and Narayan. And even KKR has good batting form. And in Lucknow, also their top order with in the form of Rahul is doing well. So it will be a very evenly matched game. I would still say that in terms of form and the formidability that they have shown, KKR have the upper hand, but we can't write the home side off either because they need some wins and this is a crucial game for them. So they will come out blazing. But I still believe 52-48 in favor of KKR.
52-48 in favor of the Knights, rightly so, because they are coming out of back-to-back wins. Pretty much done and dusted. Thank you so much, Alco. Thank you to all the viewers. Super Sunday done. Two big games, starting with Dharamsala, then going to the Ekana Stadium. Sit back and enjoy. Let us know your prediction as well in the comment section. Enjoy the games. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Till then, thank you so much and bye-bye.